Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Smash Dispatch podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Fidel. Joined alongside me, Mr. Ultima, Shadow X.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, bro? Hi, what's going on? How are you?
Good. Very excited for Steve very soon.
Yeah, we're almost.
And we definitely have a lot to cover in this because the breakdown, there's so much going on with this character.
Yeah, absolutely. No, we're definitely getting to that. Yeah, no, that's thing. It's like it has officially today been a week since this character was added into this game and that Twitter broke and everything, which is still crazy to me. And yeah, we had the moveset breakdown. We have some Mii costumes. We definitely have a lot to talk about. Even though I'm gonna have the video play, I have like a list of the moveset so we can go in depth with it. But yeah, like 1 week. Now that we've had, just before we get into it, but now that we've had the presentation, you've had a week to like marinate on this character existing. How do you feel? How excited are you?
I think. Now that we've seen like the full gameplay breakdown, I'm still very excited because, obviously nothing like this has ever been attempted in Smash before. I think even I would argue, let alone a fighting game in any capacity, there are like a lot of unique characters in fighting games. I think this is one of the most unique, just period.
Absolutely.
I will say that there are aspects of Steve's moveset where I'm like, oh, that looks really unfun to play against, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah, we will definitely get to the moveset breakdown. Yeah, even same thing for me of just for me it's just this character, a character I didn't even care wanted in the game, but looks insanely stupid and funny. Looks like he's gonna be a bit of a bitch, but it also will take a lot to learn him and all that stuff. So I'm really excited. But yeah, it's still, just looking at the footage, it still looks photoshopped and I don't understand. But yeah, so let's get right into everything. So let's go into the presentation. So first of all, Sakurai kicks off the presentation and on kind of a bit of a somber tone where he's talking about how yeah, Japan's still a little fucked because of coronavirus. We're still working from home. He says it's lonely, which is a really depressing moment in the presentation. He's just you can tell that what's going on in the world is not the best on him, but yeah, I mean, he starts with that. I don't know, at least he says that they're working from home, they're doing fine and all that stuff. So it seems to be, at least on the development front, that they're doing fine, even though he does say that playtesting is actually the hardest part now, because he mentioned how on lunch hours, that's how he would gather data, where he would play with his his development team a lot, and they would gather data through that. So that's really interesting to hear about that stuff.
Yeah, I did catch that. I did think that was interesting how that's basically how they go about balance changes. I'm sure Sakurai watches events and
absolutely,
he keeps an ear to the ground for something like that. But it is interesting how they physically will play the game against each other and make tweaks like that.
Yeah.
So even though it seems it's great that it doesn't seem development is being delayed on anything quite yet, it is. I do think it'll be interesting to see what the actual balance changes are when Steve gets added, because it's also because obviously there's some characters where people are like, oh, this should be nerfed, blah blah blah, but there really haven't been any actual events to
yeah, exactly,
go off of because of everything going on. So I'm very curious what they actually decide to do with balance,
Yeah, I mean, I'm also just curious in general, because I know 9.0, I mean, the character drops in 5 days, but 9.0 drops in 2 days. I'm so curious to see what they change, because yeah, usually they do adjustments based on what they're seeing in competitive and tournament play, but this is gonna be the first one where I think they're just gonna go by online data, especially. I mean, they always go with online data, but usually at least they have some competitive stuff to look at there, so it's gonna be really interesting to see who gets the buffs, who gets the nerfs, and all that stuff. So yeah, he starts with that, and then he gets right into the moveset. So I have a list of the moves here, so we can go from beginning to them. So his neutral attacks, right? So his neutral attacks, he has the little sword. He's got the Minecraft sword. He's got it's the little neutral sword. You can move with it. Sort of how Mega Man does with his little pills, the yellow lemons, as I like to call them.
How he can move and shoot or move and attack at the same time.
Yeah, and it looks like he can lock you in it. There's that moment where he keeps hitting Mario with it, and Mario's you can tell Mario's stuck in the animation. So it looks like you do some cool stuff off of that. Your up tilt is a little axe swing above in the air. Your down tilt uses a flint flint and steel to create a flame and lingering hip. Oh, is that the one where like, oh, the fire like falls down under you? I think so, right? Is the down tilt? I think that's what I get.
Well, he has the down air, which is the anvil. That
yeah,
falls
the anvil.
down.
Yeah.
But like his neutral attacks are like I really like how Sakurai was like, well, their animation is so limited. Like he even brings that up. Like they have very limited stiff animation, so they had to like make their basic attacks very like simple. You know what I mean?
the funniest thing is like that shot where like Steve gets knocked down and the way he gets up is just like it just looks like a weird animation. Like
like he's getting pulled, like he's like on a string, like somebody's pulling him back on a rope or something.
Yeah,
right?
It's fucking hilarious. It's so fun. Like it's like again, it's like it's not even joking when it looks like it's a like fake, like it looks fake. Like it still doesn't feel.
No, yeah, it looks like a mod, like if this was a mod that somebody put on like a fucking like modding website, it'd be like it have like 2 like positive votes and people would be like, what is this? This doesn't work. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly. It's so
like,
janky.
It looks so it looks so fake. It's fake confirmed. It's like
so
fake
funny,
confirmed.
dude.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. And then
and well, obviously the other part of Steve is you know, other than like his down tilt, which is the fire, like all the stuff with his weapons, his durability. So if your weapon breaks, you get a stupid little punch.
yeah, exactly. I love that. Like imagine like whacking so. Like I wonder what's your. I know. I guess you still have the same smash, but it's like, yeah, that's so funny. The little punch you have, because it's like you can tell that's very disrespectful. Like if I got bitch slapped by that, I would feel really bad. He's got his dash attack, which is just like a running forward with the pickaxe. His forward smash is just a slower but strong strike with his sword with short reach, originating from Minecraft Java Edition, which is very interesting. His up smash is this magma block, which is really interesting. So like his up smash kind of lingers a bit. Like you can leave the magma block up on top and then hit your opponent more after that, which is like a really weird and interesting final set. I don't know if there's anyone like that.
It's like it leaves behind a block. I mean, that's obviously like, you know, his whole part of his whole gimmick. But it is a very unique up smash, I think, and it definitely looks like, you know, what Sakurai was showing, it was like on stages with platforms. It like it is just gonna like take up that whole platform. Like it's gonna be very again, you don't want to be above Steve. Like, it's going to be very hard to get down, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, he had briefly touched on this. Actually, I'm looking at the footage right now. He had briefly touched on this in the last like the reveal event. But yeah, like seeing in motion how they had to rework every stage to have like the different blocks in there, where like you're seeing how on the sand platforms he's getting different material, on the iron platforms, on wooden platforms. Like they genuinely had to work on every stage. And again, they did factor in competitive play. So the way it works on Omega and Battlefield is that like there's just a specific way how they come out. Like I think they just come out in order of how much you're mining. And from what I understood, yeah, materials will appear at predetermined times. Yeah, exactly, regardless of service. So obviously they factored in competitive play there, which is good. Thank God they did that. Because at first I saw.
Yeah, I do like how he specifically was like, we know people who like to play on these stages want like, you know, they want as little randomness as possible.
Yeah.
So that's why they added that. But I think like even if you do play on those stages, there's like a predetermined like amount of everything. I still think like they would have to account for 100, like what, 100 and like 8. We're past that, but like 100 plus stages for what material shows up where. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Like that is so crazy to me. Like I saw, like I said, like I saw some insiders saying like, well, this character between like getting the deal done and actually making it took between 3 years, and I absolutely believe that because like the amount of work that went into this character is absolutely nuts.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's I can't believe it, man. It's just insane. And then so we have the down touch, which is the anvil, and the anvil is really cool because like it doesn't just smash. It's like it's one of those smashes where like you can like go off stage, drop it on someone, and then jump back to the stage like you're not stuck in it. So kind of how like Kirby's like down B works, except like you can drop it, I guess, which is really unique and interesting. Are anvils a fucking thing in Minecraft too? Let me see.
I guess. I mean, obviously, wouldn't you like craft stuff on an anvil or I mean, I don't exactly know what is and isn't used for stuff in Minecraft because I don't go here, but
Yeah.
but I think what's scary about it is like it's basically like villagers bowling ball where you can like you're dropping on somebody, you don't have to like commit to go all the way down. Because I feel like a lot of down smashes like that, like you are just stuck going down, but you can actually jump out of Steve's, which is like that makes it very, very strong,
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, for sure. It's really good. And then
between that and like the fire on the down tilt, which you can drop off the ledge. Like,
you can
it's very scary to be off stage against Steve.
Yeah, especially when we get to the specials. Like this character looks like if you're off the stage, you are like in a completely fucked zone, basically. To cap off his standard attacks, his grab, he does have a tether grab, so he will do like he has like a little fishing rod. Kind of how it works in what's it called? Kind of how it works with many other characters in the game. He puts you in a little fence, which is really cool. It's really funny when like Captain Falcon's stuck in there. Really funny. That's it for the standards. And then then we get into the special, which is when things get kind of crazy with this character. So obviously the main thing, mining, right? So we understand that now he holds B on a surface and he's mining different materials, and you have a crafting table. So the way the crafting table works is it'll spawn anywhere you are as long as you tap your shield and B, I believe. Which is really cool because that could have been like really annoying if someone's trying to if an opponent is like trying to stand next to your crafting bed to screw you over. So no, you can like bring it anywhere you want. But you still need to dedicate that moment, which is really interesting. I can't wait to see how that works. I mean, based on what I'm seeing,
I feel like it's gonna play out like any character that's like a charge, like Cloud has his limit. It's gonna be pretty much like how Cloud uses his limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
You're gonna win a neutral interaction, knock him away, knock him off stage, and just you'll spend that time to build, or like you are gonna force the opponent to come to you because you can just sit there and craft and get material,
Right. And I find it's like such a nice, funny touch that what's it called. You can use someone like if there's two,
you can use someone else's crafting
that's
table.
So funny. Like that'll make
speaking of which, like it's crazy. Like it's crazy how like there are actual upgrades to all of your weapons. Like so you can get like all the way to diamond. If you get the materials, and I think you have gold as well, which is like below diamond. So it is interesting how you can actually like get to like a full power Steve. I wonder how much of a difference in terms of like damage and knockback it will actually make. So we'll have to see.
Because it's interesting, there's not a single moment we see him in the presentation actually hit an opponent with the diamond axe. Which that's or the sword side. Like there's not a single moment in the presentation we see a hit with the diamond sword, which I thought they would have shown just to be like, here's how powerful it is. Because I imagine if you get like forward smash with the diamond sword, you're like fucked. Like I feel like that's gonna be like the ultimate like you are screwed in that sense there. And then so we have the crafting thing, which obviously is gonna be a big thing. And then we have the create a block mechanic, which has been a really interesting thing to see how everyone's reacting to this game. Basically, the way this works is you can have up to 4 or 5 blocks that you can plant anywhere. Like you can jump in the air, plant a block. You could be on there, which is funny because you can't even do that in Minecraft apparently. From what I heard, people in Minecraft telling me that like you always need a block like somewhere to activate another one, whereas here you can just do it in the air randomly, which is still crazy. And it has a limit to how far it goes. But I'm trying to see so. It seems to be pretty unlimited because I'm seeing shots here where there's like 6-7 blocks coming out at once. So I don't know what the limit is, but like obviously, what do you think about this thing? Because this is one of the things that people have been like laughing about, how you can just block people from coming back off the stage, and it looks like it's gonna be really chaotic there.
I mean, because like, I mean, well, first off, like, I really applaud Sakurai for like having the whole building mechanic like actually like very very well implemented. It doesn't look like it feels awkward. It feels like you can just it's just like the game. Like you can just flow and put down blocks as you move, and if you're a really skilled like player of Minecraft, like you can just make it look all seamless. And but I will say like. There's so much I have like concerned with it, like because even though they said like, oh hey, well the farther out from the stage you are, the faster the blocks crumble, like it still seems like it doesn't seem like it takes up that much material to actually make a block. So it feels like the whole thing of like, oh well Steve he has to spend resources to do that.
He's got
like,
a meter.
It doesn't seem like it takes that much to make a block to begin with. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it looks so fast, it just feels like even if you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go low this time, or I'm gonna go high this time. Like, so if you try to change your recovery, it feels like there is enough time for Steve to react and like block you. You know what I mean?
And like, here's my thing. Like, I want to know how it works. So like, let's say I place a block like right on this corner of the stage. If like Joker up B's, can he still tether on the stage, or is he fucked? Like, that's what I'd love to know. Like, I want to know all these little things. Like, can you actually like grab onto the blocks? Like, if I was on,
well, that's what I was thinking. Like, are they actually like ledges? You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
Like, if you have a tether recovery and you can't grab the edge of a block, then you're just completely blocked if they put stuff by the ledge.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Or like,
I have to feel like that's something they thought out, but
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know,
it just seems really scary to me. You know?
Yeah. No. This again, like that could be really scary. Like, at least the thing I could see is like maybe if you like have the tether. And you know, like, you can pull up or stay down. Maybe, like, you can stay down, and then once they're gone, you can, like, tether back up to it. I don't know. Either, like, I need to see all the ways this works, right? Because obviously they do some scary shots in the trailer where literally characters are getting blocked from recovering. Like, Pikachu cannot go through the block with his, like, little invisibility thing, like, when he, like, does the little dash in the air. I just want to see, this mechanic is going to be really fascinating and fun. And also, I'm really excited to see, like, when, like, imagine 8-player smashes, right? With people that know what they're doing. Obviously, the blocks are temporary, but you're gonna see people trying to still make funny shit as fast as they can. Which I genuinely
for sure. Like, I definitely, like, you know, Steve, as much as a legitimate character he definitely is for the memes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got
like,
a lot of memes.
You definitely are gonna see, like, you know, 8-player Steve where they just like on Final Destination and they're just gonna make like an entire like image. You know what I mean?
God, dude, Jesus, yeah, that's
like I can already imagine seeing that now. But I mean. Also, like, the other thing about, like, the block that's scary is, as Sakurai showed, is that, you know, you don't have to just, like, make a wall with it. You could, like, make a floor and stand there and knocking people off, which is, like, I think is even scarier.
Oh, yeah, the fact that you could stand on it, like, you could make a block and then smash off of it is insane.
Yeah, that is crazy. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, you know, you're gonna have to be very, very smart when you play against Steve, basically, you know.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of those characters that, like, he's definitely not pick up and play. He's definitely like, you're gonna have to, like, learn this character, but when you do, I think it's not one of those things where it'll minimally be worth it. It'll be, like, really worth it, I find. Because if you know, I feel like if you know what you're doing with this guy, like, your opponent might be fucked in, like, many ways. The side B is also a minecart. So basically you ride around the stage left and right, and depending on what materials you have, it lasts longer. I think you could do a thing, where you side B onto an opponent and get out of the minecart, and then they get stuck on it temporarily. So that's really funny. I feel like, again, there's gonna be cool, but, like, there's so many mix-up potentials with that. You even have, like, the TNT block you can place, and you can either, like, hit it to blow it up, or you can, like, put a little, what's it called? Like what do you call it? The thing where you tap on it to make it blow, like a
the pressure plate.
Yeah, the pressure plate, exactly. So
like the thing with the minecart, like, it does seem like it eats materials, like, very very fast. Like, when Sakurai was showing it off, he was like, you can see it consumes materials, and like that meter was going down almost from like from full, like, dropping to like the zero, like, really quickly. But that being said, like, it does look very powerful. There's also, like, you know, you can have powered rails and make it do more damage. So there's a lot of, like, you know, the minecart seems like has a lot of, like, interesting applications. I think, like, again, you know, it's going to be another layer. I think the best use of it is going to be another layer of edge guarding, because, like, you know, you can build a wall, or, like, you can just let the minecart run off stage and they have to avoid it because they get stuck in the minecart. Like, it just seems like really, really scary. And obviously on you know, there aren't really any stages legal like this, but on any stage with, like, 2 walls, you can just go infinitely between them.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really funny. I saw. Yeah, it was really hilarious how they did that.
And then for the TNT block, well, it's really interesting how you can set up so much with the TNT. Like, you can either leave it there, you can set up the plate. The minecart can set off the TNT, which is, like, that's crazy, you know?
It's wild, man. Yeah, no, the way the way he's just, he's got so many setup possibilities. Like, he can set up multiple things at once to kind of really fuck you over. His up B is interesting. It's kind of like gliding his back from Brawl, which is really funny. Like he has the thing.
Oh yeah, I don't know how well, like, you know, gliding was taken out for like a reason. I mean, obviously, gliding was really busted in Brawl.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they're adding it back makes me think that they thought of some way to balance it. Like it definitely doesn't look like the old school Brawl.
It does not.
You know how in Brawl you go down.
Yeah, you definitely can't do
a while. You go down for a while, and then you could just like go up like all the way around like fucking like the Hyrule stage from like fucking Melee. You know, like you could just like fly around the whole screen. I think it looks more balanced. You know?
Yeah, it definitely looks more balanced than that. Like you could tell like there's kind of an adjustment in the like he does because he has like the up B that's initial the when he goes up and then he kind of like glides down. And you can go to the like left or right a little bit, so it doesn't seem that like crazy. I'm also looking at your really nice details where if you do the perfect shield, a literal shield pops up. Or I love again when you get put to sleep, he literally like pops up a bed and he starts sleeping again. Just little touches like that just make it really fucking funny. And yeah, then the last move is the the up B, which is that's that we just talked about that. And yeah, the final smash, which is they call it the House of Boom, which it is literally POV, you are being murdered in Minecraft.
It is literally Creeper Aw Man, like the final stage.
Yeah. And it's like I love it. Yeah, it's
it's again like I think in terms of like, you know, what causes the most game overs in Minecraft, like, you know, creepers and TNT.
Yeah.
I do think like this is just a very general thing because of how the game is designed, you know, because Sakurai wanted final smashes to be very fast and not interrupt gameplay. But I do feel like I am a little bit tired of the final smashes that are just like get hit by thing, get sent to the cutscene, get hit. You know, like literally, like almost every final smash has been like you get hit with a thing, and then you get taken into a pre-rendered cutscene where they they beat you up, and that is the final smash. You know, but I can't really complain. Like it is. You know, like I said, it's just a matter of the game design because they want final smashes to be faster.
Yeah, they want them to be like quick. Like, see, I don't know. Like, I like that because for me, like even in like other fighting games, like for me, level 3s are cool. That like. You are basically like it's just like a cool cutscene, essentially. Like, do you mean like you want more of the ones that you can control, or you want like different types of like
like that, or like stuff like Kirby or Donkey Kong's where it's like they do like a big attack across the screen, like you know, like you even though like it is like you know you are just watching something happen. I feel like every other, like a lot of the final smashes, like if you look at like Ridley and K. Rool and Incineroar and you know and Hero and Banjo, it's like big hit and then cutscene happens and then like you take damage. Like that's like how I feel like how every final smash is. I just kind of like want more variety. Even
that's
if,
fair.
Like,
okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, again, obviously,
like, I think Terry's is like tinge. I think like Terry's is probably one of my favorite of the new final smashes because like you know Joker's obviously a reference to this game, but like Terry's is just like really big satisfying hit. You know what
exactly. I know what you mean. No, I feel you on that one. I totally think the least cool one for me is Byleth's, where it's just like a PNG of Sothis.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like it's that stuff. Like it's in the same category. You know
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Again, thing.
Yeah. Like at least this one, there's like. There's at least like a funny animation of the character getting knocked in. Like it's gonna be fun seeing the different animations of like Mega Man getting knocked in, what's it called, Sonic getting knocked in, or a bunch of other characters. Like you already know day one there's gonna be compilation of every character being sent to Minecraft. So that's gonna be really fun at least to see. And then then we have the stage. So they finally presented the stage. So the way it works, he said, is that there's 6 biomes, I believe, like 6 different like weather incarnations of it, and they each like have blocks in different locations, and it works like Minecraft literally, where like there's pre-placed blocks and you can literally just break them and they won't come back to get materials. So really cool, man. Like again, even this stage, like you can tell there was a lot of work put into it, just how like they got some random layouts for them, as well as having like multiple like seasonal looks for them, or night cycles or day cycles, and having like enemies in the background and stuff. Like, what do you think of the stage?
I really like the stage. I mean, again, the stage looks like they literally just imported a Minecraft level into the game, which is nuts to me. I think some people were saying that the background is a still image, which means that it exists as something someone made, so you could technically it's possible to find it as like a real map, but
that's crazy.
It's a very cool, like, you know, I think a lot of the references are a little bit lost on me as someone who hasn't played Minecraft.
Exactly. No, I get you.
I don't know much about the villagers. I don't know much about, like, you know, you know, the references of like, they sleep in their houses, blah blah blah. But I really like the amount of detail. I like the Minecraft animals; they're really cute.
Right.
I like the seasons. Like I really like the idea of stages that have seasons. Like Yoshi's Island from Brawl. You know how like it's the one. The one platform, it goes through all the seasons, it goes to winter. I really like that aesthetic of that stage, so I really, really like the stage. It's going to be a very relaxing stage, you know?
Absolutely, yeah, no, I totally get you on that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, man, no, the character just in general just looks fucking, like, the like, everything about it is just so weird and surreal. So, yeah, I really love the stage. I'm excited to do more of it there. So, yeah, that's it for the character and moveset and stage breakdown, I believe. And then we have the premium Mii costumes. So we have the premium Mii costumes shown in the presentation. And yeah, so we got 3 things. So obviously this is the moment everybody waits for. What's going to happen? What's going on? So the first thing we got to see was Creeper and a pig, which
they're
really
horrific.
funny.
Horrifying. They're so scary, dude. They're so fucking scary.
Yeah, no, they're definitely weird, bro. They're definitely a little weird. I'm not okay with them. I'm truly not okay with them.
They just look like
unsettling.
They don't belong. They look like abominations, like in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now
they're horrific. I think they're scarier than like anything from like a horror game that they could add in this. You know?
Yeah, I'm not happy about the fact that we can literally have a creeper head with the Sans body or like a Cuphead. Oh my god, yeah. There's gonna be some skins.
It's actually pretty funny because I saw people pointing out like the Mii brawlers don't have their limbs attached.
Yeah.
And people were like, what does this mean for Rayman?
Exactly,
I'm like, no, please.
Oh no, Rayman's getting premium
Rayman is be so sad. It'd be very sad.
It's gonna happen, man. I don't know.
Oh, also speaking of like just to cycle back a bit, like the music. Can we talk like the music real quick?
Oh yeah, so we got 7 songs.
I'm not familiar with any of it, but I did think it was like, you know, obviously they could only do so much, but it was weird that they said like, well, like I know probably the real reason they wouldn't add like music from the original like Minecraft is like rights. There's obviously probably rights issues. Right. But I did think it was funny how they were like, we thought Minecraft music was too relaxing for Smash.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
You have like Route 209 and like other like chill songs in the game, but whatever.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because like, okay, with like Route 209, right? It's like there's a constant beat in it. Whereas like with Minecraft, the songs are like way more slower, you know? Like it's like maybe it's something with that. But again, like I really honestly do think we were just spoiled with Terry's pack. Like I don't think we're ever gonna see that for any character game. Because again, the standard is like because we're getting what 7 remixes in here, I believe. Like I think they're all remixes because they all have the little star next to them.
Yeah, they've all been reworked.
Yeah, they've all been reworked and stuff.
There's only like 7 songs, but you know.
Yeah, so the 7 songs again. It's like we were just spoiled by the Terry pack. It's never gonna happen again. But 7 songs make sense and they're all remixed or changed in some way. But yeah, no, I think. And anyways, some of the music they remix like sounds fucking fantastic, which is really weird to say about Minecraft. We saw a bit of the spirit board. You got like references I don't understand. There's a thing called a ghast and a piglin. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I do know like I know about the weird like, you know, white cat blob monster that they showed. I also really like the slime Kirby battle, which is just he gets into progressively smaller Kirbys, which is really funny.
Yeah, really cool. No, they again putting a lot of love as those. And also Sakurai coming through with a flex being like, I'm gonna do these spirit battles without the fucking without spirits to help me out.
Yeah, of course.
Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh, I wonder if someone can beat everything in the game without them. That would be a real. I'm like, no. I would not ever.
I love how because actually I kind of remember like people were doing like a World of Light Nuzlocke challenge where like if you lose with a spirit you can't use a spirit again, and it was like everyone was like, oh yeah, this is pretty much impossible.
Yeah,
so.
No, it's no, that's psychotic. That's not even like that. Some of these are like would be broken as shit. I don't know what you would do. But maybe if you did it, Sakurai would like give you a personal trophy or something sent to your home. So we have that. Yeah, we had the songs, and yeah, back to the costume. So then we got another costume for some. What is that? The fucking Origami Castle or some shit. There's some old JRPG that got a costume.
Like Tower of Druga?
Yeah, something like that.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah, dude, I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And apparently
I thought it was a
Smash
Dragon Quest thing at first.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. And then
apparently it's like a super old school like
JRPG.
Like RPG-esque game, dungeon crawler. Like I'm sure that there's it's a very important game for it to be added in this capacity.
I really like to think there was like one guy out there that was like, fuck, the guy from Castle Dorota.
That's who I wanted in the game. Right.
Damn it. That's my deconfirm. And then.
But actually, speaking of which, they also showed the what I thought was really funny was they showed the Minecraft diamond armor as a Mii sword fighter costume.
Oh yeah.
And I thought that was funny because that's what most people thought would be the Minecraft.
Like the skin that you get.
That specific Mii costume.
No, my God, it's so funny. Like it's. Yeah, everything about it is hilarious. And what's it called? Oh yeah, then we get one of my favorites. So it's so weird that this isn't a premium costume because it feels like it. We got Bomberman. So Bomberman is the premium costume. He's the first Mii costume to have alt colors because you can basically be 8 of the alt Pac-Man colors, and they legitimately look like his character model.
It's literally his assist trophy model.
It actually looks better. Like, people were looking side by side. It actually looks better than the assist trophy. Which is crazy.
I thought what was weird is also that it doesn't come with a song, too. I thought Bomberman would have come with a song if you're going to put in that much effort. But
that's the thing. It's like, I was shocked, Yeah,
I just think it's so weird. Like, I just feel like I feel kind of like I feel bad for Bomberman fans, honestly.
I know. I want to die.
I know a lot of people. I know like there were people who wanted him in. It didn't make sense at the time because Super Bomberman R was a Switch launch title too, and Bomberman definitely has a long history. Bomberman has even had a game where he like crossed over with Wario. So like. The character's obviously, he has a legacy. I think, he definitely has enough stuff to work with in terms of moves if you can make like Steve work. So I don't know. I feel like it kind of sucks that he's not in, especially because after seeing this, like, just make him a fighter. Like, come on.
I know, man. Yeah. No, like, honestly, me as like I'm a really big Bomberman fan. That first like. It was the E3 where they were showing Smash Ultimate. When they first showed Bomberman as an assist trophy, I was like, fuck! And it was like really depressing. And really cool that he's in, but it was really sad.
Yeah, I mean, I think this just proves that assist trophies will never be fully upgraded to a fighter in the same game.
Yeah.
I think I felt like they could have easily done that with Bomberman, especially like with this, and they just didn't. So I don't know. Again, it's unfortunate. But that's just how it works out. I'm sure basically what happened in my head, basically what probably happened was like, they went to Konami. They're like, can we get Snake and another representative? And they're like, yeah, pick one. And they're like, well, we want Castlevania, not Bomberman, which is that makes sense to me. So I would have Castlevania over Bomberman, to be honest.
Yeah, no, of course, that's fair. That's fair. Also, I was just randomly like nodding my head and fucking laughing because like I'm watching because I have the footage in front of me. It's just the moment where they're showing the songs, and while they're showing them, like Alex and Steve are like lifting their head up and down, eating the food. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, really funny there. But yeah, Bomberman, at least we're getting alt costumes, and at least like he looks fantastic, so I'll take it. And then a big deconfirm that people were very depressed about was Travis. So Travis Touchdown will also be a Mii costume. Not even a premium one, just a Mii costume. And there you go. There's your love. You get your little toy lightsaber thingy. You get the hair, and and everyone thought it was Travis. It was just Travis. I mean, even me, dude, because obviously in the North American version it just said Travis. I was like, at first I didn't even realize it was Travis Touchdown, and then I was like, oh yikes.
Yikes. I definitely feel bad for all the Travis fans. I do think, unfortunately, it does seem like now that adding M-rated characters is just like not gonna be possible. And Joker was an outlier, but actually this change went into effect after Joker. You cannot show in any capacity a game that has a higher age rating than the base game. So
really? Okay.
after Joker was added, you notice like it was Smash Bros. X Altair for Assassin's Creed. They couldn't show Assassin's Creed because just showing the word Assassin's Creed, which is an M-rated game, would raise the age rating of the game.
Oh my god, that's so
That's why it was X Travis and not X No More Heroes. If you look at the European and Japanese trailers, they say X No More Heroes. It's only the American one that can't because
so weird.
It's our decreed that if you are going to have a game, you can't show material from another game if that game is higher rated without raising the age rating.
That's really crazy.
So that's why I think Joker was just a miracle that he got in because his game was M-rated, and that like change went into effect after Joker. So I feel like M-rated characters are just not going to happen anymore, you know?
But is Devil May Cry M?
They would have to like be like Ex Dante, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Ex Dante.
I mean, okay. I do think like also I think I'm not saying like it's no longer possible. I just mean like how they go about it is gonna have to be very different.
Right.
And what else was I gonna say? I also think like to be fair, like we know Sakurai wants to stay true to the source material as possible, and I think so much of Travis as a character is like rooted in like you know he's very vulgar, he's over the top violent. Yeah. Like I feel like that's just such an important part of his character that like I'm sure part of the discussion was like, well, we could add Travis, but how do we do the character justice? Because you know like they would like you know even with Mai from King of Fighters, how you know they could have easily covered up Mai and made her appropriate for the game. But Sakurai clearly didn't want to do that because obviously like Mai's aspect of her character is like you know she's a sexy ninja, you know.
Right. Yeah, I feel like. See, okay, because like I feel like Bayonetta really shifted a conversation with people, right? It was because of Bayonetta that a lot of conversations started saying now any M-rated character can get in. I feel like with Bayonetta it's different because first of all it's a Switch exclusive. Well, I mean so is Travis. Like I don't know, like that's really weird because like even Bayonetta she's really sexual, but I guess it's like easier to migrate her sexual gestures as opposed to like because like Travis his main thing is like he gains health by like jacking off his lightsaber basically. Yeah,
right, exactly, and that's like literally a core aspect of the character is how you recharge your lightsaber like that. And if you were gonna change that animation, like I don't know, I think that would be more upsetting to fans than because like I said, if you could put Travis in the game, but if he literally can't do a lot of the things that he's known for as a character because of the age rating, like Sakurai's probably like, what's the point, you know?
Right, yeah. No, I get you. And even, it's like, yeah, that's like whenever people are like, oh, add Doom Guy, and I'm like, man, I don't know, like, I feel like Doom Guy, like, as much as cool as he would be, I feel it's like really a massive part of his character is like literally like ripping things in half, making them bleed to death.
Okay, I will say that, you know, OG Doom from the 90s.
Right, yeah.
Like, it was more cartoony, it was more laser blasty, and I think, like, if you were going to put in a version of Doom Guy, it would definitely be, like, the traditional, like, groundbreaking FPS, you know, Doom Guy. So, I definitely don't think Doom Guy is, like, a huge issue. I just think it's a matter of, like, what would it mean for like the age rating? Like I think OG Doom isn't rated like M.
But see, here's my thing. Like I just think most people that genuinely want Doom Guy think of Doom Guy as the new Doom Guy, like the one that's memed a lot, the one with like the modern armor we see, the one with like how over the top he is and so like I feel like that's the one people think of. I mean again they could do the OG one, but it's like I feel like people really associate with the new one because obviously like it's been a massive success and all. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, again, I'm not the biggest Travis. Like I like No More Heroes. And when people said they want Travis in Smash, I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Like, I'd be down for him. But I wasn't like, I was never sitting down cheering for Travis. And so, if anything, I'm happy that there's, if anything, 4 slots that'll go to something much different than that in the end of the day. So,
yeah.
RIP to Travis. But hey, at least you're in the game. Again, it is still a big honor to be represented in fucking Smash Bros. Like, there's no hiding that. You know what I'm saying? So. And yeah, I mean, also it does mean Suda, when he said his no comment thing the other time, it was something. So that's really funny.
Yeah. I do feel bad that there definitely was no, like, again, I wish it was a premium. I do wish it had a song attached at least. But.
The funniest thing is that people point out is just like, he get like when he tweeted about it, Suda, Sakurai replies, "Congratulations!" And it's the funniest thing ever. But yeah, so we have that. That was kind of it. We had a few things from Sakurai where they showed they showed a Joker amiibo, a Banjo amiibo, a Terry amiibo, and and Byleth amiibo. They're gonna be coming apparently. Now I don't know because they deleted the initial post where they said this, but it said fall 2021, which seems a little far, and they deleted it. So I don't think it's gonna be fall, but still really weird. They have that. What else do we have? We had Sakurai being like, that's what I just said. Yeah, the amiibos. The amiibos that are coming in, that's what I was saying, like fall 2021, which is weird.
Well, yeah, I think that's just because I think COVID is affecting production a lot more than people realize.
Yeah.
And keep in mind that is 3 amiibos right there that they are producing, and they only have a prototype for Banjo. So
yeah, exactly.
I definitely think that the delay is due to COVID.
Right.
I do think it is. I mean, I think so. People were telling me like it's probably because amiibos aren't a big fad anymore.
Right.
But I do think it's weird that we just don't get female Byleth at all. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Like, there's no female Byleth. There's no like the other heroes, like Solo and the other like from Dragon Quest, like the other Smash heroes that are in the game aren't figures either. I do think that's like a little weird.
Yeah. See, look, okay, I get at least like for Hero, at least I get it because okay, he's the protagonist of Dragon Quest 11. That's fine if he's the only one. But yeah, for Byleth, I would have, because like I feel like a lot of people adore like the female, like because like in Fire Emblem Three Houses, it's like there's no difference between female and male Byleth, so I feel like that option is really important to people. Whereas obviously for Dragon Quest, it's like different characters that are associated with different games. And they did it for Corrin. Yeah, Corrin had a female and a male variant, so would have been really cool if they did it. I wish they did because like I don't really want the male Byleth amiibo. Kind of looks weird anyway. But yeah, so we had that. We also had, they talked about network play a little bit, just being like, hey, use a LAN adapter if you're going to play online, which is really funny.
Yeah. I mean, I joked about it, and I think some people were like, well, like, that'd be nice and all if you just, you built a LAN adapter into your console. And, like, I definitely agree. Like, yeah, like, should you get a LAN adapter? Absolutely, because you should just have one in any capacity because it is that much important for internet speed.
Yeah.
But like I can't fault people for not wanting to go and buy one when it should be in a console to begin with. Like every other console has a LAN adapter built in. So and it's actually kind of funny because just like a week or so prior, Harada was talking about the online updates to Tekken 7, and he was like, oh, Sakurai approached me asking about blah, 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 and then we see this whole online aspect brought up here, too. So I think, I do think, obviously they're aware of the issues. I do think Sakurai, there's only so much he can do. Again, like, there's only so much he can do. And I do think he is trying his best, and we talked about this before with online. There's so much more going on in terms of online in Smash than a lot of other games, and I think people don't think about that. Like, yeah, the competitive environment is just player versus player on stages that don't change, but that is not the major player base. Most of the players are all the stages on, hazards on, items on. How do you work with the rollback in terms of like how a stage transforms, how items move, how assist trophies attack? You know, I think there's a lot more variables to Smash Online than what people think.
No, exactly. No, that's again we've talked about this before. Of just like like the whole online thing is like it's just way more challenging with Smash just because of the nature of how many more aspects you have to think about. Because like with rollback, right? If I understand the way it works is that like no matter what the fight is going, so even if someone has a shitty connection, it's just gonna do the thing where it speeds up, right? Like it's just gonna do like a random speed up or whatever. Like how does that happen when there's a Pokeball being thrown while someone has a final smash coming out while someone like it's like there's way too many variables in there. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. I just don't think at least for this Smash game, and maybe in the future ones they could do it. At least for this Smash game, I don't think there's really a way to implement that. They could just do their best to make the online better, make sure you use your LAN adapter, and that's it. That's all for that. So that kind of wraps that there. Again, he talks a bit about again how he even at the end he goes back to COVID where he's just saying like now it's rainy and really hot in Japan, on top of the corona effect. So yeah, you can tell he's definitely not happy. I mean, obviously no one really is happy about it, but it's like you can tell it's definitely affecting him in some ways. But at least they are still, you know, they're working hard to try and do their best to deliver.
What's crazy
the rest.
Again, like they're, as far as we know, they haven't had any delays on the pass, and they don't seem like they're working any. So
yeah, again, I really do think, yeah, I think what we said last year is still true, where it's like the whole December 2021 thing wasn't like you are getting your final character that day, right? I think it's just like that is the time frame they're giving themselves, basically, you know. Because I'm thinking, like, I think we're done this year. Like, I think at most you'll get like a character revealed at like Game Awards, maybe, but they'll come out in January. But I do think there's a high chance that this is our last character for this year. But at the same time, like, are they really gonna have 4 characters next year? That sounds crazy. I'm down for it. But really
I think what we're gonna end up is, well, we got Steve October. I can assume maybe the next character is in November, December. I do think we're gonna get one more character by before the year is over.
Okay.
Because I think what basically in my head, like obviously, you know, we don't know, but in my head, I think Steve just took a very long time to develop. But the other character wouldn't have taken as long, so they were probably being made like in conjunction. So Steve is coming out now, and next character won't take as long.
Yeah.
Which would leave what? So we would have 3 more characters next year. That's still crazy, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because if there's no more, because obviously like it's not going to be in November. That would be a month from now. There's no way
that's too soon. Now, that only happened with what? That was like
I think Banjo. Yeah, Banjo was 2 months.
Hero, but that was like a very special case. I think.
Yeah. Again, the most I could see is at Game Awards they announce a character and then they say, hey, stay tuned to Sakurai Presents next week for a character reveal or something. Like maybe they'll do a thing where, oh, it's Smash's 3-year anniversary, we're doing a character reveal. But yeah, no, I think, or again, maybe they're gonna just be crazy and next year we're gonna have 4 characters, which will make it even a more wild year. So we'll see. It all depends on how everything is affected there. But yeah, that is the presentation and all the info we know so far. We know the character obviously is dropping in 5 days. It's going to be very fun, very nice. And yeah, man, I can't wait. Again, by next episode, we will have played him, gotten our thoughts on him. And yeah, this character, like, I just can't wait for launch day, because launch day is going to be just, you're going to see some
I think if there's
videos.
any character who has the potential to crash the servers like Joker did, it's Steve, dude.
I agree. No, I definitely think this one's gonna be a bitch. Like, when it drops at night and every streamer is like live trying to download it at the same time, that's gonna be. I have a feeling release night is gonna be a nightmare for this specific character. But especially because this is what the Min Min came out during COVID, but yeah, this one, COVID and like how big the character is. It's going to be a big one. I'm very excited to see, but...
I'm very excited to see it too, yeah.
That's right. So, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Let us know what you think of Byleth. What the fuck? Steve, don't tell us about Byleth.
No, nobody talks about Byleth.
Nobody talks about Byleth. No, stop it. Exactly.
We're done with Byleth. No more Byleth.
No more Byleth ever again. Guys, you can catch me on Twitter on the down low, though. You can catch Ultima at Ultima ShadowX, and subscribe for more and all that jazz. Guys, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next week. Peace out.
Peace out.